Okay, good morning. First of all, I'm excited to be here. First of all, let me say this. I'm excited to be in Akron, and let me tell you why. Actually, there's a video. I want to cue up the video first, and then I'm going to get into the reasons why. Then I want to come back to this. If you had not seen this video, you need to see it, and you need to spread it, and I need to tell you why. So. I just wanted to start out by showing you guys the video because that's what I see. And, you know, when I came to Akron, I guess roughly 15 months ago, you know, this is about belief. This is about competition. It's about going to war. If you're not following the trends that's taking place in this country, across the world, I think it would be an absolute shame if we let the great past of this city go down the tubes. And what I mean by that is we have the components in place here. So we had a leadership trip to Milwaukee. It's like all the CEOs, everybody went out to Milwaukee. Milwaukee has water. People was focusing so much on water, they were not really focusing on what we have here. What's represented here, and this is what gives me the goosebumps, because I feel I landed in arguably one of the best situations in this country. People say, oh, it's the Midwest, we can't compete. Yes, you can. So when you look at this map, anchored by the University of Akron, fast-growing university, 30-something thousand students, ranked nationally in major program areas. Surrounded by it is SUMA, Akron General, Children's Hospital. Anchored by STEM middle school, 2 new elementary schools. But more importantly, supported by the Knight Foundation. I would challenge anybody to find this setup in the country. What that means is we have the mixture here to compete in the new economy. Akron's economy is changing rapidly. This puts us on the map. And let me tell you why this is important. You might have read in the newspaper a couple of weeks ago, or whatever, we inked a deal with one of the world's largest construction real estate development companies in the world. Their assets are in the billions. I can't even tell you how large it is. And the reason they chose Akron was because of the plan, because of the vision, because of what we see. And this company it's a very powerful company. So imagine in this economy having a safety valve that can guarantee financing, cover any debt issues. It's got the financial strength to back what you're doing. So everybody's saying, well, this is not real, it's just all visions. No, it's not. It's the real deal. And I would not stand before you today and tell you that it's not the real deal. So when you think about this, University Park Alliance, created by the University of Akron, in particular Dr. Parenza, SUMA, and the city of Akron were the original partners that established this. So we've been about the business of acquiring land, making sure we have the ability to execute. But I can tell you that when you look at the setup here, it may look large, but it's actually walkable because I actually live in this neighborhood. So here's the trends. I just read this report by Gallup. Gallup's coming out with a new book called The Emerging Battle for Jobs. And I think we need to be clear about this. Creativity is going to be the driver. Knowledge-based economy will be the driver. But more importantly, place will be the driver that's going to attract the talent. Give you a great example. United Airlines in Chicago, shutting down all of its suburban operations, moving into the city. Comcast Cable, shutting down all of its operations in suburban Philly, moving into the core. Even Dan Gilbert, of all cities, is building his new tower in Detroit. And the reason they're doing this is because the talent wants to be in close proximity. So I'm back to the case of the components that we have. When you look at this setup right now, it's about $3.5 billion economic impact on the state of Ohio, $2.5 billion impact locally. So the comment of rebirth, this is what it's about. It's about competition. It's about getting into the game. So you may read a lot about what we're doing. We just were featured in the Wall Street Journal 2 days ago. So when I talk about competition, I struggle because I go to a lot of events across the country, all within the urban context. And this is not on anybody's radar, and it's making me mad. Because this community needs to realize that we have the components. Now it's up for everybody to start to believe that this can actually happen, right? People say, oh, it's the city, schools are bad, crime is bad. If we took that position, it'll never happen. And let me tell you what our position is. There's 3 ways to do this. People tend to get it twisted. They tend to go after the sort of high-priced individuals to bring into your city. It goes like this. There's a category called risk oblivious, risk aware, and risk adverse. We are going after the risk oblivious and the risk aware. Because if you go after the risk adverse, they're going to say the schools need to be top notch. There needs to be 0 crime. This is urban America, it's not going to happen. So it's not about trying to convince anybody that lives deep into the suburbs. It's about creating a choice model just like anything else in this country. You got a choice to go to Walmart, Target, Burger King, McDonald's, Coke, Pepsi. You should have the same thing when it comes to living opportunity. We believe that that living opportunity is going to give us our best chance to compete. So, you know, what does this look like long term? To tell you how fast we're moving, I've only been on this job since July. By May, we had a new master plan. By August, we had established a relationship with KUD International. We've also acquired significant property to start to execute on this plan. The key is strategic acceleration. So, you know, I talk to my friends around the country. They're like, Akron, what the heck? What you doing in that place? What's going on in Akron, right? And before I took the job, I came here. I stayed like over the weekend, and I toured this area, and I said, wait a minute. Okay, I see something here. What I mentioned earlier about the components of the pieces, it's actually making my job very easy. It's making it very easy because I can make the case to investors, developers, as in the group that we just inked. Now imagine a company putting your projects on their balance sheet. Who does that? They don't go around cities and saying, let's put communities on our balance sheet. They believe so much in the power of what we're putting together, our projects will be able to go on their balance sheet. That is huge. So back to my point when I came in, you know, stayed over the weekend, toured the neighborhood, looked at the proximity, and I said to myself, you're talking about a good deal. This is a great setup. So, you know, I just got finished reading this book called Caught in the Middle, Why the Midwest is Struggling in the Global Economy. And this is what is fascinating about it. It's saying the mindset that we have here. Don't do anything risky. Hold your own. Stay firm. Work hard. So, well, yeah. So the issue I have with that is it's the mindset saying that the new paradigm in the global economy is not applying to the Midwest. And it makes me upset again that we've put all of our eggs in one basket. That one basket has been manufacturing sort of this one sort of industry. Now here we are, years down the road, having to totally retool. And do we have enough time to catch up? Do we have enough time to compete? I think that we do. And given the setup that we have here, I believe in the next 10 years or so, Akron should be a totally different community. I can tell you this, and this is a fact, it's not a myth, that by the spring, we will be announcing 3 to 4 projects at one time in Akron. You know, so we're really galvanizing the pieces. And this cannot happen without the University of Akron. Make no mistake about it. The new world is about research and development, universities, medical, eds and meds, creativity. Our challenge will be to infuse what we call the building blocks, things like creative incubators, research incubators in the biomedical field, things that would really bring people to Akron. Because you can have the best research, you have the best bio, whatever, but if you do not have the great place, it's not going to matter. So the days of saying, well, you know, we're going to bring people in and they're going to drive 30, 40 minutes into the city and turn around and go back, that's not the formula. So the formula here is about proximity, walkable, urban, dense community, giving us a great chance to compete. So when we talk about rebirth, I believe this 100%. This is not a job for me. It's what I believe. It's what I live. It's what I think about every day. It gives me the opportunity to bring my entire skill set. People ask me, you know, I was formerly the real estate director in Charlotte, North Carolina. 12% poverty in Charlotte. Okay. Things are booming, economy hit. Charlotte will be okay. Northeast Ohio, on the other hand, if you want to be in a place where you can bring your skill set, put it to test, put it to use, a place like this is where you need to be. You can say that anybody can build something in the suburbs. Anybody can do something in a city that's sort of moving along. But for me, you know, I had a short stint in Cleveland before coming here. So for me, I really wanted to be in a place that needed the help, that I could bring my total experience, my passion, because I'm not going to slow down. People say, why are you moving so fast? Why do we need to slow down? That's my question. You know, so I think with that, I'm just going to end, but I just want you guys to really see the video, the image, pass this video on. You know, let's put Akron on the map. It's about rebirth. It's about competition. It's about the future. We have no other choice. Thank you very much.